Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to another Miller Motivational Moment. I am Mr. Miller, and I am here to talk to you today about the B word. Not that one, this one, bullying. So let's jump right into it. So let's first start off with what bullying is. How do we as a county define bullying? So bullying, it has to be three things that happen in order for it to be able to be defined as bullying. Because there's a clear difference between a conflict, a fight, and bullying. And I think a lot of times those things get thrown in the mix, thrown all together. Talk about bullying. You are being bullied by another person. These are things that have to be happening in this experience, in this interaction, for it to be defined as bullying. Category number one, the situation has to be intentional. This has to be an intentionally aggressive behavior that's happening on purpose, obviously on purpose, with actual intention to cause harm. Walking down the hallway, girl is walking back talking to her friend, you walking talking to your friend, she drops her book bag, you trip over her book bag, and you hurt yourself. Oh, you got hurt due to something she did, right? That's not bullying because she didn't do it on purpose. That one incident right there, standing alone by itself, is not bullying. Okay, it has to be intentional. Someone throws something at you, right? Throw something across the hallway, throw something across the room, hit you with it. You hear that person say, "Hey, watch, I hit this boy in the head with this piece of paper," and then he does it. They intentionally threw that at you to cause harm. That was intentional. All right, clear difference between you try to put my book bag down, you tripped over my book bag and hurt yourself, versus me going, "Hey, you guys, watch me hit old boy with this piece of paper," and throws this paper at you and hit you with the paper. Category number two, for it to be defined as bullying, there has to be some repetition. So that means it has to be intentional and it has to be repetitive. That means somebody is repeatedly doing this to you. That means they did it on Monday. They turned around and did it again on Wednesday. They turned around and did it again on Friday. Now we have a pattern of behavior, repetition. You go into your class, you got to walk past Miss Jones's room to get back to your classroom, and this girl and her friends are standing right there outside of Miss Jones's classroom every day after your lunch. And every day, her book bag just happens to fall in front of you as you walk by. This has happened three days in a row, or 3 times in a week. This book bag has just happened to fall down as you was walking by. Now this is much different than that one standalone situation. I tripped over her book bag on Monday and Wednesday and Friday. I'm not that clumsy. We're moving more towards bullying because now we've hit at least 2 categories. And this is probably the most important part, okay? As category, it has to be an imbalance of power. There is an unfair advantage for one party against the other party. I keep tripping over this book bag, and there's 7 girls out here standing there, and it's just me walking to class. And every day, I'm tripping over this girl's book bag, and she's standing with 7 of her friends every time I trip over this book bag. That's an imbalance of power. It's me against 7 girls. This is a senior versus a freshman. We got a 14-year-old versus a 17-year-old. The imbalance of power may have to do with maybe gender. We got a 6 foot, 230-pound boy against a 5'5", 115-pound girl. The imbalance of power. It could be size. It could be weight. It could be popularity. It could be this kid has power within the school. He has authority. He's in position. He's in this program. He's in that program. He has leadership in these programs, or he's the president of this group I'm in, and I'm just a member. If you have all 3, if your situation and the experience that you have hits all 3 of those categories, you are absolutely experiencing bullying. And there's some things that you need to do. There's some responses that you need to have. All right, so you have to know what it is in order to fight something. In order to cure sickness, you have to diagnose that sickness. And I think a lot of issues when it comes to bullying, especially in school, is that term is thrown around so much that we don't even really know what is bullying and what is not bullying. The difference between a conflict between two people and bullying. If you and me are just going back and forth, I'm cussing you out and you cussing me out, we both the same age, there's no imbalance of power, we usually are fine, but today we beefing today, that's not bullying. You can't say she bullied me and then that's why I drug her up and down the hallway. No, y'all was just in a fight. Alright, so it has to hit those three categories. It has to be intentionally to cause harm, right? And it's an aggressive behavior, it's an intentional aggressive behavior to cause you harm. It has to be repetitive, it has to be over a period of time. And last but not least, and the most important, there is an imbalance in power that exists in this interaction. If you are experiencing those three things, you are dealing with bullying. You absolutely need to get somebody involved. We stand up against it. We don't tolerate it at HHS or in Rockdale County Public Schools in general. But in order for us to really get involved, we have to know what it is. You need to know what it is. Your parents need to know what it is. You going home because now you and your best friend fighting and you done ran home and told your mom you're being bullied. That may not be the case. So that's all I'm dealing with today. Make sure if you have any more questions about bullying, you can reach out to me. If you think that you're in a bullying situation and you don't feel safe, boom, that information right there. We are a safe school and we do have a safe school hotline. You can always reach out to them. You can always reach out to me. You can reach out to any adult, any teacher, or even just a friend. But get somebody involved if you think you're being bullied. Continue to practice social distancing, and until we're able to meet again, hey, stay healthy, stay happy, and stay whole. This is Mr. Miller, and I'm out.